Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. Won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do is push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy, Coach Lee. How's everybody out there doing today? It's Tuesday night. We're back at it like we're mad at it. Welcome to the Sports Chatter Show. And it's time to run one with you guys. So with that being said, got to bring in a man with the plan. You get him set up. I don't announce him properly. So I got to make sure I get it right. What's up, Uncle Leroy Jr.?
Hey, that's right. I see you got your glasses on so you can see what I say. Make sure you get your words right. But once again, it's your dude, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. And we back on this Tuesday with the Sports Chatter Show. And man, we look, like you said, we back at it like we mad at it. But look, we back in here like we've been here already. So you know what? Pull up a drink, pull up a seat. Let's get it, man. We about to talk some sports. How's it going?
Man, it's Taco Tuesday, baby, but it's all gravy. That means we are that much close to the weekend.
Hey, shout out to my guy Gene, man. He hanging out with away from out there in Jersey, man. Y'all drop where y'all hanging out with us at, man. We definitely want to know who's hanging out so we can give y'all a shout out. But man, it's about to go down. Look, it's Tuesday, like Taco Tuesday. I ain't had no taco, but I had some tequilas.
Hey now.
But man, it's been we got a lot of stuff to talk about because man, our group Sports Talker Friends, it's been popping. Like you know what? Let's clap it out. Let's clap it up for everyone that's been in Sports Talker Friends, man, because y'all been active. Appreciate that. Like, man, it's been crazy. And we got a lot of good topics tonight. So, you know, Sports Chatter Show, one thing is with the Sports Chatter Show is different from any other show because it's the show where we talk about the hot topics in the group. So you can talk, you know, post something in the group and it can be found on this show. So shout out to everyone that's active. We about to get it started.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First one got tonight. Like to call this one, get the bag, player.
Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about. Get that bag.
So shout out to my man, Quincy Sherman. Hope you watching. It's a post that you posted yesterday in regards to Tarik Hill not restructuring his contract. Once I'm signed, I'm signed.
Hey, man, that's about the stupidest thing you can say. I mean, you know, like that stuff for work in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just like this, what you got the label, get the bag. You can't go to the office and be like, tell your boss, get the bag, man. Like, you know, you be like, excuse me, sir, can I have my paycheck? You know what I'm saying? My earnings. And this falls in line to that type of rhetoric, saying that, you know, once I'm signed, I'm signed. Because, you know, one thing is like, one thing is bad. You don't want to be, you know, you don't want to be considered not a team player. And that's what that sounds like. So
yeah. Hey, man, because it sounds like there's probably one of those things. He probably got language in his contract where it's designed for these type of situations to have, I think they call it kickers or something like that, to where they can change that base into bonus, spread it out over the years of the contract to give the team cap relief. He's just getting his money up front.
I mean, you know, he better. I hope he's following Deshaun Watson because I mean, you know, he sounds good talking that talk, talking about once he signed, he signed. You know, he doesn't want to sign or restructure his contract to help the team. And, you know, because right now, all these players having to do that. You know, so it's not just him. You know, this is, you know, a cap hit for the entire NFL. So, you know, he's going to be isolated and alienated for this action.
Right.
All right, so look how we got Gene. What you say, Gene? You know, let's put him on the TV. What Gene said?
What Gene?
He got, it's a business. It's an I in business, not in team. Hey, I mean, you work. Like, yeah, there we go. Okay. So true point. And in business, there's a decimal point, not a dot over an I. Let that sit in your head. Let that settle for a while.
All about that dinero, cheese, cheddar, scraps, paper.
So he can go looking for that I factor, and that I factor gonna change the position of that decimal point. That's all I'm saying.
So, man, shout out to Randall. He said, "Don't blame him." It sounds like it's most of the people that's on the chat. Courtney Cooper. You know, it is a business. That's true.
That is true. But that's the thing, and it's like. And you don't touch on this, but one thing is a culture. We fail in that factor. We worry about the history instead of the free enterprise, and that's what he's falling victim because he's it's like he's paying attention. He won't get his bag, but not paying attention to the big bag, and that's what's gonna get him out because he doesn't know business. Because at the end of the day, he would restructure his contract. Period. Especially after coming from the season the team has had. You know, they're looking to rebound. So I definitely think that's a time he should reconsider.
And see, I get this part right here. Kenneth, shout out to Kenneth. If restructure means more guaranteed up front, then by all means, it's worth it. That's exactly what it's going to be. If I'm not mistaken, they're going to give him this money up front that was not guaranteed beforehand and give it to him in the signing bonus.
Mm-hmm. That's the same thing that I've been seeing too. And so, Gene, he says again, pro sports always selling teams, but it's a business. That's it. That's all it is.
That's true.
And I'm gonna tell you what's funny. They always say, watch these things with 3-letter acronyms: USA, NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB. All of that's a business. It's not pro sports. Pro sports is a business.
Right.
So I agree with you on that, Gene. You know what I'm saying? I see you dropping some knowledge on us. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. But yeah, it's a business. And that's one thing that players, black players especially, we have to understand.
True. That's the first time I've heard that, the team come to you and want to do this type of arrangement that they didn't. I don't know. Because he just got that deal last year, right?
Yes. Yeah. So it was a free, it was a new deal. So it wasn't like, and what's crazy because nowadays these players are getting a lot of guaranteed money, which a lot of players in the old days, they didn't get. They didn't get a lot of guarantees. They played off a lot of bonuses. That's how they got paid.
I'm going to take it back a little bit further next because some of these cats on here. Now, the NFL, NBA, say the acronyms, they make a lot of money right now. But I remember as a young lad, of players having to have jobs in the off season because once that money was gone from those 20 games, the 4 preseason and 16 schedule, once that's gone, they didn't have any money. That's how Roger Staubach got into real estate.
I mean, if you look at that's why if you look at Deion Sanders, that's Bo Jackson, that's why these players had to play multiple sports. Because they had to make up for the money because they weren't getting this bag back then. And it was actually a different level of appreciation for the game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Drop a little, man, that's crazy, the evolution of sports, just from the business perspective.
Shout out to Gene. Fact. Yeah, man, I can see from his side to where he might. Now, the one caveat you do got to think of, if they're rearranging their money like that, yeah, he get his money up front. But on the back end of that deal, where you got that signing bonus attached to it, the base may be higher. They may be in a position where, you know what, we already got our money out of you. I mean, our production out of you. You're gonna be a cap casualty. I can see that from that side, but me, I want my money up front. If you finna just give me this signing bonus and spread it out, I'm gonna take the paper, man.
Hey man, look, I grew up on this saying right here: money in the hand beats money in the bank any day, man. Give it to me.
Any day of the week.
Any day. But hey man, y'all definitely, one thing about our podcast, Sports Talking Friends podcast, is interactive. Just like Gene's been hanging out. If y'all want to chime in, y'all comment, but be ready, because we gonna clap back and chime in and respond to it and post it. So like, share, and share the stream. Let us know you're there. But man, I'm gonna tell you, like, I want, before we switch subjects, I want to say this. Tarik Hill is a receiver.
Okay.
A receiver. So that means he can't do anything without someone giving him the ball.
True that.
Play a role. Hey, slow down, like old folks say. Simmer down, young fella. You know what I'm saying? Restructure that deal before you be on the sideline receiving water bottles, man. Like, and like, I hate to hear, I don't like to hear these contract talks. Because we don't know that. Just like with Lamar Jackson, he's trying to go in negotiations with himself. All of that's just crazy.
That's true. All right, man. Well, time to do that break thing, pay them bills, and all the other good stuff.
Pay bills?
Pay them bills, man.
Man, I'm tired of paying bills, man. I'm telling you, look, hey, you know what? We're going to go try, we didn't get that stimulus check, so we got to actually pay some bills. And we'll be right back with more of the Sports Chatter Show. Y'all stay tuned.
Hey guys, it's your girl Tamara Moore, former WNBA guard and current head coach at Masabi Range College. I want to give a big shout out to STWF Media, the big brand, for showing love and always being about those good sports. Make sure you guys show them love. You and your community can join them every week to talk about sports. Shouts out to them and make sure you check them out.
And we back.
Damn. Hey, I had to dribble the ball up the court, man, like MJ. Hey, I'm sorry,
yes,
I don't want to talk. Hey, MJ and LeBron been some hot topics in our group.
They gonna be on your page looking for you, man. Them bronsexuals.
But hey, man, talking about being on my page looking for it in basketball, what's crazy is, this new documentary coming out, March 24th on HBO Max, the day sports stood still. That is crazy. Sir. That is crazy. Because right now, we actually just coming out of, we actually really just getting back sports. So I don't know if, y'all remember, but it was the day that sports stood still. So this documentary coming out March 24th from Emmy-winning director Antoine Fuqua, the NBA All-Star Chris Paul, the day sports stood still. The new HBO documentary that tells the story of the unprecedented sports shutdown in March of 2020 and the remarkable turn of events that followed, chronicling the abrupt stoppage of sports, the athletes' prominent role in the cultural reckoning and racial injustices that escalated during the pandemic, and the complex return to competition. The day sports stood still premieres Wednesday, March 24th at 9 p.m. on HBO and streaming on HBO Max. Man, I'm gonna tell you, the craziest thing that I remember about the day sports stood still was the day ESPN aired the spelling bee. I was like, oh my gosh.
That had nothing to talk about.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. And then what was crazy, what followed that, they had a show, a segment on some grannies that was able to dunk in basketball. I was like, oh my freaking gosh, this is all we got to talk about. But yes, sir. Definitely, y'all make sure y'all tune in on HBO Max, because it's gonna be a good documentary on Wednesday, March 24th at 9 o'clock. So we got the trailer because, we are the big brand, STWF Media. We the big brand. So We got the trailer.
This is our only chance.
King Kong versus Godzilla.
Well, I guess we don't have a trailer.
Even I'm gonna watch this movie.
That is the wrong trailer. So, look, we the big brain. We're gonna have to try that again. But definitely, y'all check out the that movie, the documentary, The Day Sports Stood Still. But look, y'all share the stream, y'all share the post, y'all see it at Sports Talk with Friends and Sports Talk with Smack for an opportunity to win a $25 gift card to the NBA store.
Hey, that's my man there. Hey, on the side note, that King Kong versus Godzilla, don't call me. I won't be into it at least 2 times back to back.
Facts, man. But look, man, I'm telling you, it's just crazy. So it's crazy. So one thing that was really big in our group that, of course, caught my attention because Paso, Bruce Eugene, he's Grand Fam.
Yes, sir.
He actually did. He came and hung out with us. So
he did.
Man, Grambling, we've been struggling as of late. So I think we fired the defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator has been released, and we've been struggling at quarterback.
Not for long. You got reinforcements coming.
So that was actually a big topic. That was a big topic. That was a big topic in our group, Sports Talk with Friends, because it was posted.
Yes, sir.
Should Bruce Eugene, aka Paso, be hired back as an offensive coordinator to coach Noah Bolton, the star up and coming quarterback?
Right. You called it.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with Cleo. You know what I'm saying? You stayed up past 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? You knew Cleo, and she was a fortune teller. So forgive me. You know what I'm saying? I stayed up a little bit. I checked her secret. So Gene, he was like, why not? Exactly, because that's his quarterback. They had a lot of success out there in New York. He was one of the top highly recruited quarterbacks, or scouted quarterbacks coming out of New York City, out of that area.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
he's the number one quarterback in the whole state, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So pedigree coming in.
Yes. And they had, they had a lot of success. I mean, in Paso, he knows the system. You know what I'm saying? And he knows he has the ability to win. See, one thing that I liked about Paso is there's people that have the athletic ability that helps them win, that catapults them to win. And there's some people that knows how to win. He knows how to win. You know what I'm saying? Because he was an oversized quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And if you seen Paso, you would think he was a lineman versus a quarterback. But if the game is on the line, that guy win the game. He knows how to win. So definitely, that's an intangible that has to be coached. So I think he should be there. What do you think about it?
Hey, I totally agree. I've never really just sat up and went out of my way to watch Grambling games, but I will this year because I definitely want to catch Noah. I think the young man gonna be special. I think if things go right and the blessings that come his way, be playing on Sundays, man.
Facts. So Greg, so Gene, he had Doug Williams was a great coach. Bruce Eugene was a good QB with success. He can't teach that kid to win. Preach, brother. Exactly.
Yep.
And one thing that was cool, my first year at Grambling State University in the band, I had the opportunity to see and watch Eddie Robinson. So that was pretty cool.
The great Eddie Robinson.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Put a little handle on that. The great Eddie Robinson.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Yes.
So shout out to the Marcus. He said Grambling better tighten up. The SWAC only getting better. Facts. The SWAC finna get all the attention it deserves, man. All the attention it deserves. And all you big conferences out there, I hope y'all paying attention because they gonna see this and know they get that. Because the only reason they left in the first place is because of exposure, and they able to get this exposure. all them powerhouses that just sat back. You know, we Ohio State, we Alabama, we Florida. All that ain't gonna rock no more. These kids gonna see this over here. That band gonna get the rocking and playing. I'm ready to be over here. That little too stiff on this side.
You got a point there. You got a point there, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I mean,
Okay.
at the end of the day, they still was able to draw them away, and that factor hasn't changed
Because of the stigma that was put on that. That stigma. Now we don't get into politics and all that type of stuff here.
That's gonna be on the OTSBS show, but
on Mondays, tune in.
Exactly.
But you know, with that being said, that stigma is gone. That was always the selling point. You come over here, you play on TV. If your folks can't make the game, they can watch on TV. It's so much football on TV now. They streaming it. It's on all these different stations. You can be seen. It's not like the days where you either play on ABC, NBC, or CBS, or you don't get no exposure. There's a lot of TV out there as far as being able to catch your favorite game. And Grambling, Jackson State, all that stuff in the HBCUs. Your time is here. Take full advantage of it.
Agreed.
That right there. Shout out to Gene again. JSU putting pressure on the SWAC. Facts. They're gonna have to step up. They're gonna have to step up their facilities. All the intangible stuff that before.
Hey, you gonna lay off the J. This ain't no Jackson State show now.
Hey, you know your boy. I'm partial to the Tigers. Hey, if I wasn't in Kingsville, that's where I was headed, man.
Hey, shout out to Coach Hill, man. He's hanging out with us. I see it in our Facebook group watch party, SWAC.
Coach, what's up?
Yes, sir. Man, that's real. But, SWAC is going on right now. But, one thing that's definitely is a game changer is the attention that's been put on the actual game. So I like the direction of the SWAC, definitely.
Right. I'm excited.
I just don't like Jackson State. Let me put that out there. And so talking about don't like it's like a relationship gone bad. It's like I've been watching an episode of Cheaters. Like, what's going on with Deshaun Watson in Houston? Like,
man. This is fastly turning and quickly turning into a soap opera, bro. That's the only way I can sum it up, because as we talked about it last night, I think it's up to, last I heard, it was up to 13 victims or something like that. Alleged victims, rather. You ain't finna get me caught up.
Yes, and it's supposed to go up to 25, though.
Ooh, boy.
Yes.
Hey.
So I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. So yeah, Gene, so right now it's at 14, and I think it was a 14th accuser. Check this out. Said that he is a serial predator. That's
a bad thing to have associated with your name, man.
Right. Because now that's saying that's his MO, and that's what I was pointing out in the group. Like, that's a game changer. That whole serial thing. So I want to ask this question.
Yes,
so one guy, he said that would be the biggest sports crime in history, in sports history. And I was like, to me, that would be the biggest cover up in sports history.
Yeah, because I'm pretty, because the team knows everything that these players do at some point in time. So my whole, and to your point that you had said yesterday as well as today, all these are civil situations right now.
Right.
So either the team did a great job of covering this up and it got leaked out, or this is going to be something that we're going to look back at like, wow, they tried to bury this man. Right. Either or, just like in any accusations, though, somebody tell the truth and somebody lying.
Right. So once I said correct. So shout out to Mark McLaurin. He said, I don't know if he did it or not. If this is false, this has to be the greatest setup in sports history. So my fault. So the biggest setup. But I responded saying, to me, this is the biggest cover up. Because like you said, they know, the teams know. The teams know. And in addition to the team knowing, the players have to sign a player, what is it, NDA for, I mean, not a non-disclosure agreement, but for the Players Association for a personal conduct agreement. So it's a lot of factors that come into this.
If it comes out and this is true, he done, man.
Hey, I told y'all, yes, I gave him an out yesterday. Hopefully he watched the show and see, all he got to do is just shut up and play. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That is it. As hard as it may sound, that's it. You got to play for the Texans, or if not, he can't go anywhere else. He cannot. Because he's a distraction. He's a locker room distraction right now. So what's your take on? What do you think about it?
Uncle Leroy Jr. I think, man, to be honest, I think it's a muddy situation because, first of all, if they don't do their due diligence, and if it's true and nothing comes of it, this is going to blow up in everybody involved's face. But if they do find out that he didn't do it, I know we talked about it yesterday. What are the repercussions? And now, I don't know if it's a money grab now. Yeah, that's true. 14 ladies saying the same stuff in different places. From the motorboat in the backside. I couldn't resist, man.
We're making this the second night making history, man. I'm telling you. Hey, I'll let you go. But see, the thing is, I want to, just piggyback off what you said, what the repercussions are. So that's why I put that out there. The players sign a player conduct contract. Because see, everyone, what struck me is, what had me question the thing is, why did they not go the criminal way? Why did they not do that? Because if they prove that he did it in civil court, now his player conduct, now the NFL can take action.
Now, I have never been up in the court system like that I would admit.
Me neither. Hold on.
That I would admit, but I would think if it's a criminal investigation, then you got authorities involved. They're going to go in digging deeper. They're going to be looking for surveillance and stuff like that. Versus the civil, they either trying to get him to settle out of court or trying to get it to a jury, and there's going to be testimonies at that point in time. And so I think if that criminal part, it's going to be other eyes in there.
The civil is worse because all thing you need is 3 people to convict. That's what I'm saying. Like, you get these, listen, you get these women, and he's lucky they didn't put him in court in Women's History Month. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm trying to say is they get the women to come and testify against him, they're gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna convict. They're gonna go with it. Right. Well, not convict because this is not a criminal situation, but they're gonna side with the victims. Period.
Now, how do you think the NFL is gonna handle that if it never goes to a criminal, but it goes to the civil?
That's what I was saying. It doesn't have to be criminal for them to get involved. Because if you look at it, just like with that Ray Rice, right. Roger Goodell, he chose to let the criminal courts deal with it. He chose not to get involved because he already knew what was happening. Right. And and recently there's been reports that the NFL, they've been monitoring it. So it really does. So it doesn't have to be yes. It doesn't have to be criminal because this is a player misconduct. All thing they got to do is prove that something happened. That's it.
He probably cost himself some money.
So yeah, this was, and you see, it's costing him his character. This was well played. That's how you knew this was this was orchestrated. Aside from the timing, you know what I'm saying? This is how you knew this was orchestrated.
Trey says they just looking to get paid. It's all civil lawsuits and not criminal. On top of none of them file police reports. Something is fishy.
Right. They don't because they don't have to, because they don't want to go to the criminal side, because they want to ruin his life. And that's what they do. And that's why they're going this way, because if they go this way, they don't have to, they don't have to get the criminal involved, and they can just go ahead and just cause issues with the team. He wanted out. He did it.
Yeah, they gonna get him. Gene says civil. He can still play in games. Criminal, not on the field, and the team is losing money. NFL is protecting the image, not the player. I think he said me to say if he goes to jail or if he goes to jail.
He's not gonna go to jail. I mean, because if he was gonna go to jail, he would have been there already. He never got indicted. These charges, I'm saying, they never, they going civil. They're doing that for a reason, because they can attack his contract. Because why put him in jail?
That's true.
They
You
can
think
still
some of this
pay.
involved? What Brian started off with?
What? What he got?
At this point, he assaulted me too on Madden.
Yes, I love it. I'm trying to get that thing too.
It's a money grab. It can be a money grab now. They got this momentum. One of the most damning courts that's out there is a court of public opinion. And right now, he's behind the 8 ball with that. So they say, hey, me too. I can go out here and try to get paid. Mm-hmm. I can just put my name on this line to sign right here, Mr. Lawyer.
It's a class action. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But just like we said yesterday, he's a millionaire on contract. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
So whose money they're after? Houston's money. Houston's working to get their money back. That's why they're going the civil route. It's like, anything civil, we know it's about money. Period. Right. Whose money? Deshaun Watson doesn't have that type of money. He's on contract. He just got a big contract. So who you think trying to get their money back? It's Houston. You know the play. Deshaun Watson better figure it out.
They said, we don't want to be here. We're going to void your contract.
Exactly. And then pull in Tyrod Taylor, who's hungry, ready to prove something, because he got, he lost his spot in Los Angeles with the Chargers. So
yeah, it was shady. On a fluke.
Yeah. So he still feels, he feels slighted. You know what I'm saying? So he feels like, he can still be a starting quarterback. So Deshaun Watson days are numbered to me, man. So about our time's up, man. We done paid our bills, we done talked our noise, and hollered at our people. Gene, appreciate for hanging out. This is what we do on the Sports Chatter Show, man. We just chatter about sports, the hot topics going on in the group, man. Y'all check the group out, Sports Talk with Friends. But you got a shout out before we get up out of here?
I sure do. Shout out to everybody who back to back. Appreciate you, Gene. These type of interactions always make the show a lot more fun. Tell your friends, tell your family. Let's get them on here. It's funny how his dirt is wired out when he's demanding a trade. Exactly. But shout out to everybody tuning in with us. We appreciate y'all. Tomorrow, the Nothing But Basketball Show. Make sure that you on there. Make sure you're interactive. Again, tell your friends. Tell your family. Bring them all in. Everybody welcome.
Come on down. But hey, just like what Gene said, it's weird how your dirt get aired out when you demand a trade. So if y'all try to get our Sports Talk with Friends, we gon' air out your dirt. This is dude Uncle Leroy. Don't let the Leroy without the Junior. Till tomorrow, we'll be out of here.
That's how we do it. Peace.